King of Was left says.
What's up, King?
First, respect my authority.
Let's do this. You can see this better if I move this over some here. I don't know how to do a, this is not the time to mess with it, but I'm just going to mess with it for a second. There's a background, black background I should be able to get for the text-to-speech box. I wonder if I have to put like a dark image behind it. I bet you that's how they do it. I wonder if that's the case. 1 second. Plus image. Create new. Call it image. Apply alpha in linear space. Is that it? Okay. What'd that do? The hell? Literally did nothing. Would help if I knew what alpha meant. Delete. The hell's remove? There it is, delete. Yes. Delete image. Let me try one more time. Plus group image color. Plus color. Black. Okay. There you go. Select color. Do this. Boom! You might think there's no stream, but there is. Do this. Then what we do, yes. We bring this down.
King of Was left says.
Bring
that
it down.
top reminds me of my EX3 in the stink one on the pink. King of Was left says. She was a champion.
All right, somebody riddle me this. Why is this black image? Should be below my text-to-speech. Wait a second, that's the text-to-speech audio. Which, oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. I know why, because I'm being retarded. Just do this. Boom. It's above it. It's above it now, look. Do this. This is going to be such a pain, though, to mess with. Damn it. Why am I doing this? Black. That's how you do it. That's how we do it. Accept. I wonder if there's a way to link
King of
them.
Was left says.
Text-to-speech audio.
African American box. Do better, jerk.
They've never been to Africa.
What's cooking home skillets?
You love that, Shikuri. What are you up to, girl? All right, I'll mess with this later. I'm going to, can I group selected items? Boom! Yes, now I should be able to.
Future Oil Painter
both
says.
of them. Yes,
No
yeah.
home skillets.
Oh, it didn't work. Damn it. The group didn't work. Okay. I'll mess with this after. Ungroup. Select. How do we ungroup? Ungroup. Boom. Black.
Sheer Curry says. I love that top hand.
Yeah, that's one we're working on today. That's the
Sheer Curry says.
I'm working on the video.
It's kinda gay.
I'm working on the video of it, and so I need to write out the script.
Painter says.
But I need the finished
Home skillets
part.
is coming back, baby.
Because it is, and you're bringing it back because I hated how I drew it, so I was kind of redrawing parts of it. So that's what we're doing. The hell. All right.
King of Was left says,
All right.
am I giving off stalker vibes? I'm going for stalker vibes.
No. I'm sure Butt for Cheer can help you with that. I don't know, I just threw that out. Butt for Cheer, you're doing good, man. Ooh, I need to show you what I'm talking about with the, look. That butt, and I remember how it was.
Future Oil Painter says, yo.
I'll have to show you later. You can do it in 2 lines. There. Drawing the butt, right? The one we're talking about, I remember how it was. This is seared into my memory. Okay. This is the back, lower part of the spine.
Future Oil Painter says,
Okay.
okay, show me.
Okay. Down to the bottom of the legs right here, coming out. Right? Whatever. And then you have that butt that's rounded. You're trying to round that thing.
Add attack.
Right? So watch this. Add. Okay. Of course. Right. Oh, wait. I need to get YouTube up. Because YouTube just... Wait a second. It is up. Came up by itself. What the hell? That's pretty good. I'll take it. Half the time
Another person in line E8G says,
back.
Switch to YouTube.
Just let me know when you're back. I'll show you. It's not that hard, and I probably should pull the image up. This is very inconvenient right now.
Another person in line E8G says, back in YouTube.
Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. You're trying to make it look like it. You can't do that. All right, that's the lower back. But how far out does it go? Something like that. Bottom part, it's coming out like that, right? Something like that. When you squint down, this is all you need right here. It is. Oh, but it's curved. You can curve it by putting lines through. The reason why you don't put lines through when you're doing it is because the shape's wrong. You need to get these points correct and the angles in between correct. And you need to learn to see those points. That's why you're going about it the wrong way. And that's what I was trying to say. Because when you are able to draw, like, I mean, and this is vulval right here. Look at that. That is an ass. Okay? Almost as full as mine. It's not flat, Shikari. Okay, let's be serious. All right, so from here, like, this is why it's good, because you can bring it in some if you want. Just a little bit. You can bring this part down, because
Another
maybe the legs are too short.
Says,
you see, there's a difference.
Okay, misheard yet. Thought you said use 2 lines for the butt, LOL.
Technically could. Watch. 1, 2. You could do that at first. If you had to sketch it in really fast, you could do it. Right? Might bring it up some 1,
Sheer Curry
2
says,
like that. Something like that.
Prove it with an ass cam.
I will.
King of
And that's as long
says,
as it takes for me to decide something.
I found this tutorial
and when
very
I decide
arousing.
Say what? That's another problem. I think I threw my shoulder out somehow. I think I slept on it wrong. Actually, that wasn't it. It's my left shoulder, because I know what you perverts are going to say. Anyway, so that's what we do.
Another person in line E8G says, gotcha.
Oh, Shikari, by the way, I don't think you realize what you've created. I think you have an idea, maybe. But, like, I'm serious. Like, I want to buy that painting. I saw that, I was just, because I know what it took to get that, and you have the right mindset.
King of Was left says.
And that was ambitious.
You give yourself the stranger? Nice.
What are you talking about? Let me fold this off really quick. Hmm.
Sheer Curry says. My goal is to make people cry because they are so jealous of my master powers. Not there yet.
I'm not just saying this. I can tell that if you stick with it, you are going to be a master. And I do not say that lightly. I'm not saying it just because the way you painted those fruits was amazing. It's like, in certain pieces of work, you'll find things that you like and you dislike. It's not that you like the whole piece, you like a part of it. That was insane.
He does not lie.
I don't lie. So probably I'm getting DDOSed right now.
King of Was left
Does it
says,
bother me? Not really.
The stranger, where you rub off with your non-dominant hand. If you sit on your hand first, it feels like someone else is doing it, aka the stranger. Sheer Curry says.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, so and the reason, here's why I'm saying that. You made a full figure painting with still life objects, and it has perspective. I know it's not landscape. It was missing a landscape, but it still had perspective via the table and all that stuff. The way you painted that sheet music, I was literally staring at that like I was zooming in. I was just like, what the fuck? I mean, that is hard to do. The fruit is my favorite part. The bite in the apple was good. I didn't like that as much because it looked a little bit fake around the edges, but I liked how it was painted aside from that. But that might have been how it looked. It looked more like tomato-ish instead of the apple feel. The other fruit, though, was amazing. I get what you were saying, like the composition. Fine. That's fine. You find things that you dislike, and then you say, okay, we're going to fix that next time. I've never seen you in person. That face, though, if I had 100 people to choose from, I'd say that's you. That's how I picture you. Just pissed off. And like you, at that point, you're just like, I can't believe I'm doing this. I hate that I want to do this. I don't even want to do this, but I have, but like just jaded, pissed off already. Because you're trying to do the right thing. It was perfect. It was so great. That's my favorite part of the painting, is the expression of the face, that look. But it was well painted. It was. Could it be painted better? Yeah, it could.
Sheer Curry says.
You got this.
I don't even see it anymore. It just looks natural to me now, LOL.
What, the face? I'm sure.
Sheer Curry says.
Neutral?
Neutral.
Oh, you're talking about your face just stuck in that position? Pissed off? Is that what you're talking about? The cloth, you painted the cloth good. The patterns, really good. You did a great job on that. And the fact, is this still too loud? Yeah, it is. This is too loud. I don't know why this is so loud. Down some. Anyway, Like the drapery itself,
King of Was
like
left
on your
says,
knee and the dress could be
I
better.
pictured like a feminine Steph Curry.
If it's Steph Curry. You know, she did really damn good painting. And here's the thing, like, you haven't really been trained, and so to do that, I mean, I was just like, that's way better than what I could have done. Like, I don't know how you did it. So anyway, there's so many good things about that. And for me, it was encouraging to see, because somebody who, there are a lot of people with talent and skill, and people like myself have been trained, but to be able to have the discipline, put it to use, to persevere through it. And that's the other funny thing, is that you posted that, I remember, like a long, it was like a year ago. And then you just posted it. It's like, yeah, you stuck with it. I mean, I can't tell you, for me, it was very encouraging to see. Like, I kind of fired me up to do videos, and I was working on one just now because of that. I really was. I mean, because I was like, this is going somewhere. Like, that, if that's what we're getting out of this.
Curry did a self-portrait. Was it nude?
Unfortunately, it was not nude. Okay, well, look. Here's what we'll do. She agreed that she would do a nude if we polled it. Okay, so we'll poll it. We'll get things going. Okay, but no, it wasn't nude.
Sheer Curry says,
all right,
I do get some training at an atelier though.
Good.
King of Was left
good.
Says,
it doesn't matter.
Future oil painter, yes,
not many
but
people
I was
can
the
do
body
that.
double.
Yeah, not many people can do that. Very good, Shakuri. Look, you need to get trained. But like, my point being is that for me to see stuff like that where somebody's actually following through
Future
is
oil
extremely
painter
encouraging.
Says, oh, cool.
Because like, I like the taste of that work too. Like, I know the direction you're trying to go. Like, I see all that stuff. I'm like, wow, that was tough. I can't believe she did that. That was tough. This is ambitious. Stuck with it. I mean, so that's how I looked at things. And like I said, I'm pretty good at looking at a work and getting people's mindsets and how they're going about it, right? So it was good. It was very good. Yeah, it was good. So I am rotating the pencil to the sharp edge. That's what we're always doing here. But the cool thing is that that's the type of stuff I can help with, like that type of drapery, you know, anything you say you want to do floral still lifes. That stuff is very good. I love doing that stuff.
I normally
that stuff I can help
nudes,
with.
I'm still not allowed back at that Hooters.
You normally pull after the nudes? Is that what I think it means? Sorry guys, I'm trying to get my coordination back.
Sheer Curry says, your videos did inspire me with the still lives.
Good.
I didn't really care for them before.
Oh, really? So.
Sheer Curry says, is Hooters still open?
I don't think so. I think it's closed, right? But knowing that, especially when, you know, once I get that landscape done, which really it's done. I just need to do a couple touch-ups. But then I can, like, if I know that, that's the type of work that I'd be doing anyway. And that stuff I can sell. And so that stuff I can help with, which is good. You know, benefits me in my work when I do still life. Still life is great because it's like practicing the three-dimensional and stuff. You know, look, I like doing these drawings, but it's off an iPad. I hate that. probably could be doing it.
Future
real
Oil
life,
Painter
but-
says, I still remember when the Hooters waitress took a 20 as a tip. This was back when $20 was a lot. She said I only gave her $10.
Well, they're not hired for their intellect. Insensitive? Do I take it back? No. I don't. Because I'm always right. Sometimes you lose the drawing a little bit on these edges, so you gotta kind of go back into it. But for cheer, you're doing very good with your work. So I felt like I was going to give you a complex when I was in the
Sheer
stream.
Curry says,
I was trying not to say much.
all the blood flow goes to the boobs.
Damn right it does, as it should. But yeah, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, but for chair, I mean, you're doing really good. Like your mindset's good. I'm just trying to. We got to direct in the right place with that stuff. I mean, you know, the reason why we're drawing
Future
simple is
Oil
because
Painter says,
you have to learn how to
another
simplify
time they
something
sat
that's
us down
complex.
at a Hooters area, tricked us, suddenly a PR Nant Hooters girl shows up.
Wait, a PR. A pregnant Hooters girl shows. Wow, that's crazy. Good for her. Anyway, like you're doing really good with your work. I know I messed that up. But like the reason why we simplify isn't because it's part of the process. That's what we're supposed to do, and then we develop it from there. That's not it. Like you have to learn how to simplify something that's complex. If you can do that, you're going to understand it better.
208 Hooters still open across the United States.
Still good. Good. It's still going strong. Good. We need it. There should be plenty of Hooters for each state, and hopefully there's one close by. Maybe there is. I don't know. I think I've been one time. It was like in high school or something. I don't know. But yeah, you have to learn how to simplify things, because if you can't simplify it, you're not really truly understanding it. You have to see the big angles of stuff. That's why simply asking you to draw what you can understand.
Hookers is just the grocery store in Europe.
Hookers
Sheer
is?
Curry says.
Hooters?
Hooters.
Oh, I didn't know they had a grocery store named Hooters in Europe.
Future Oil Painter says. Yup, thanks. I gotta do better simplifying. It's probably my mind gets distracted with stuff and then my hand goes off in the wrong direction.
We're taught to draw what we see. That's why. So you have to unlearn that.
King of Waslap says. I went once and the food was shockingly good, and I remember thinking you guys don't need to try so hard. We aren't here for the food.
I mean, I remember the food being pretty good, but it was like hamburgers and fries and stuff, which how can you mess that? I mean, you can mess it up. But, you know, it's not a very high bar there. A restaurant business is tough though, man, I tell you. Dude, I told y'all when I used to wait tables. I sucked.
Sheer Curry says. Order milk. Future
Could I have a carton of milk, please? Jug.
Feel free to join my streams anytime. It's cool.
Yeah, man. The problem is they're so damn late, man. I can't stay up that late. Not right now.
King of Was left says. I had the wings. Totally passable. Sheer Curry says,
That's
did
not
you
right.
drop food?
No, I was good with that, but let's see, what would I do? No, I never dropped food. But I cannot multitask that well like you can over time. I didn't stay long enough to do it.
Future Oil
But
Painter
I would mess
says,
up on orders. I mean,
I have to stream when I can escape from the fam.
Okay, here's one. With making a drink, sometimes you have the shakers. And so, like, I was working at Carrabba's, and they wanted to be fancy, even though it wasn't really a fancy restaurant, where they wanted you to prepare the martini or something in front of the person. So you would pour it from the stainless steel beaker into a glass. And so the way it is, you have the alcohol in the cup, but then there's a compartment that oftentimes has like mint or whatever flavoring is in there that it passes through, right, to flavor it. So you kind of have to shake it and do this, shake it and do that to kind of get it out. Otherwise, it could get lodged in there. It could get stuck. And one time, see, I didn't know that. And so one time, I was I poured the drink in it. It's like it filled up half of the glass. I was like, well, I guess that's it. Like, that was what I came up with. And they're like, it was just like this black woman. And she's like, let me see that, honey. And she takes it, she like shakes it and like pours it in and like does this stuff.
Cherie showed me how to record streams.
Oh, nice. And she shakes it and she puts it in. I'm going somewhere with this. So I was like, so she teaches me how to do it. And this is the person who I'm supposed to be serving. So the next time I went to do it.
Sheer Curry says, LMAO, well, that's it.
So the next thing yeah, exactly. I was like, well, I guess that's it. And like, what type of retard says that to the person who paid for a drink and like half of it comes out? Me, right? That's what. Granted, this was quite some time ago. My brain has grown. Grain has blown since then. Look, anyway, the next time I was like, okay, now I know what to do. So I went up and started like doing the shaking thing and pouring out. I was like, I know what I'm doing now. I'm going to get it all out. And then I didn't have my finger on the cap. And so the whole thing spills with ice, everything all over the table. They all start clapping at me like this. The manager is in the back just looking at me like, oh, damn it. I saw him just roll his eyes and walk away. I was just like, fuck. But I made it entertaining, and so I got good tips. And I'll tell you another thing about tips. Because, I was on my heels with this stuff. It was rough. I'll draw it at the same time as I talk. Because I can totally multitask. I'm very good at that. So one time I was waiting tables, and the people were very pissed off at me because I did not get their food out quickly, and like I wasn't refilling their drinks, and I was trying my best. Like, it was on my mind, but I just could not get to it. I mean, I sucked. Anyway, so
King of Was Left says,
then
tell them it's like a subway of alcohol. The customer needs to lift their end of the couch if they want their drink.
Dude. Anyway, so like the manager had to come, and I don't know what he said, but like they were pissed at me, and they said they want to see the manager. Brought the manager over, and then like when I walked back, it was like we were best friends. And I don't know, because we had a good manager. We had two good managers. They were just, I don't know what he said, but all it 180'd, and so these guys were really cool. And so anyway, so we're talking and stuff, and then at the very end of the meal, I get tipped like a lot. It was like, I think $102, and like, it was specific, and this is relevant, like 70 cents, like $102.70. And he's like, but I didn't know. Like, he gave me the tip, and you don't look at the tip in front of him. Gave me the tip, took it, and he says, before you go, I have a little story for you. I said, yeah. He's like, well, there was this one restaurant that was very prestigious a long time ago. I went to it, and I walked in with a t-shirt and jeans and stuff. I wasn't dressed with a suit or anything like that, and walked in, and I wasn't treated that great by the waiters and stuff. And you know, but you know, at the very end of it, I tipped them $102.70. And you better believe it. He gave like, he said it was like 100% tip or something, because that's how much he spent. So he said the next time I came in, they treated me great because they knew that I had money. And when I left, I tipped them 50 cents. And then his whole family was just staying there, like they were kind of nervous. And I was just like, all right, okay. I go in the back and I have $102 tip, $102.70. I was like, fuck. And there was another waiter in there who was like Indian. He was like, you're screwed, man. You are screwed. It was pretty funny. That stuff would happen. Fortunately, I never saw him again. Dude, I'm not cut out for that type of life. I'm just not cut out for it. I just want to draw and express myself. Fucking bullshit. Anyway, guys, sorry, that was not art related. It was life related.
Future Oil Painter says, well, I was a dishwasher for about a year and a half in high school.
It's a respectable job. It is. Respectable work, my dear boy.
Sheer Curry says,
dishes?
The story was basically performance art. Future Oil Painter says,
yes.
Succeed as SSSSS.
That's what it is, man. You gotta pull mediocre off sometimes. To do that, you have to be damn creative. Savvy. Smooth.
King of Was Left says,
You have to have some tact.
I've only ever no-tipped once. The lady was horrible. I left a note instead of the 15 things they need to work on.
Damn right.
I'm normally a 50% tipper, so it takes a lot of failure to get me to 0%.
I am totally in line with that. I'm a good tipper. I am. But if somebody's being a jackass, it's one thing if they're trying. You know, if they're trying, you know, that's okay. That's different. But if they're just being a dick about it.
Future Oil Painter says, the waitresses were pretty hot.
Well, that's why you go. You look. You only go to places where they're hot chicks. Okay? Always judge by physical appearance. No wiser advice can be given except the one that I posted right before I logged in. Started streaming. In Discord. We only date supermodels. Personality.
King of Was Left says,
doesn't matter.
Future Oil Painter just being hot is still go 5%. She wasn't.
This is wrong. That is too short. And that is not what she said. This piece needs to be down. Does it? Yeah. I wonder if I can fix that. Looks like a squished sausage. Damn it. Just need to drop a little bit. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can drop that. I think I can. If I can't, I'll just keep it up there.
Future Oil Painter says, damn, where was this advice before I said I do?
Look, everything that I live by, I learned in my first year in high school, and it has not advanced since then because it was pristine what I learned, okay? All my judgment comes from my first year
Share
in high
Curry
school,
says.
and
But
I
for cheer,
rolled
just
with it.
get your wife an upright organ.
Yes. Ah, no wiser words have ever been said, Shikuri.
King of Was left says. Is this drawing practiced or did you get commissioned by someone with a hand fetish?
A little bit of the last. Curry has a hand fetish, and so I said I would do some videos on it, but it's also good practice. It was something for me to do videos on. All right. I got multiple texts, DMs, and Discord saying, look, hands, I want them. I was like,
Future Oil
okay,
Painter says.
I'll think about it.
I spend my days hiding from my 6-year-old asking me to wipe his butt.
Yeah, that sounds like, see, you messed up. You messed up. That's why. First year of high school, go with that knowledge. Don't question it. Don't think about it. Just go with it, okay?
Share Curry says. They flood my basement.
Oh, what? Hand drawings flood your basement? Or 6-year-olds who want their butt wiped? Which one is it, Curry? What are you talking about?
Share Curry says. Hands. King of Was left says. Future Oil Painter on the bright side, it would be way weirder if he was 26. Share Curry says.
No. Yeah, man, at least it's not some 26-year-old. Dude, how do I miss this?
Future Oil Painter says. No way to do.
Stupid. Why do I do this?
Share Curry says. I bet some people are into that at 26.
Dude, people are into some weird shit. We learned that in Discord a couple weeks ago. I can't believe that happened because of a stupid game. Yeah, like, honestly, anyway, yeah. It's weird. Try to get in people's mindsets. That's a mistake. Don't do it. Don't try to figure this type of stuff out. Just gotta say, all right, it happened. Shit. Dude, I guarantee you, those were the same people. I guarantee you they're the same ones who are doxing me right now. Which, by the way, we might get taken down. Twitch warned me about saying butthole in the title, which is stupid. All
Future
the things.
Oil Painter says.
So I might
but
get
actually he is getting to the point where the 6-year-old is yelling, get out, I gotta do my business. Share Curry says. The homosexuals hijacked your site. King of Was left says. Emma start yelling it from bathroom stalls.
They're so
hey,
mean.
can someone wipe my butt?
Dude, that would be so funny. Somebody wipe my ass. Yeah. I'm getting attacked. This is just like an annoyance at this point. Just like, them again? You know what I thought? I was like, okay, DDoS attack I mean, I guess it's something where they put in place. Like, I don't exactly know how it works. I know it's like overloading the site somehow, but do y'all know if it's like they spend any resources on their end to do it? Anyway, it's weird. I think I verified the email I had to get with my guy about it. I verified an email that I got because I thought it might be something I don't want to click on, but it was legit. So it told me how to go about this. And so I followed all the steps, and hopefully I think they're handling it. Should be back up within a couple days, which I'm fine. I mean, it's all good. I need to redo that website anyway into something more sexy. I really dislike my website as it is right now. That's the other thing. It's just a pain in the ass to upload an image. Ergo, I haven't uploaded an image in freaking forever.
Lewis also not sure it's wrong when I draw bargue I'm doing long lines like from the shoulder all the way to the buttocks edge. King of Was left says.
Sounds right.
I stand by what I said, that top hand looks like a sexual position for a woman with nothing left to lose.
Oh, I missed that. Is that what you're saying again? So I'm glad you did.
Sheer Curry says. Just post on Instagram.
Oh, Curry, I hate Instagram so much. Oh, how I hate it. You know what? I hate everything, though. You might have a point. Damn it. Curry, that painting made me want to train you. It did. I see that much potential in like.
Sheer Curry says.
My frustration.
Instagram is dead. You can only use 5 hashtags now.
I kind of like that you have to because I hate putting them in. There needed to be a like better hashtag thing, which there wasn't that I know of. Shit.
King of Was left says. If can be good, just do a time lapse of the drawings or paintings into a reel. Sheer Curry says.
100%, man.
Go back to FAA and grant me a scholarship.
If you ever want to try to get in there, I think I know.
Future Oil Painter says.
I might still be able to talk. I am
noticing that I make a lot of mistakes while streaming. I suck at streaming and drawing.
Well, I noticed when I first started streaming, it doesn't happen anymore, but I felt like very self-conscious of what people saw me doing. It was like pressure to do that. It only lasted for like a day or two, and then I got used to it. But it was kind of crazy. I still remember that, which I don't feel that anymore. Just get used to it after a while. I'm just being
Sheer Curry says.
Really picky with this.
Like scratching and sniffing your privates?
Sure. And now I can do that. I even do that out in public. It's great. You know what? I feel free, man. I feel free. That was a very good connection there, Curry. I'm very proud of you for that one. Good job. Very good.
Future oil painter says. But after a while I think, showing all the straight lines goes away mentally, right? Like you know they are there but you don't show them.
Yeah.
Future oil
It
painter
teaches
says.
you how to see, and
It's weird.
like, I'm trying to think. It's not like just because you develop a drawing a certain way does not mean that you'll always, that's the process to do it every 100% of the time the rest of your life. It's like you're learning the subtleties. You're learning about like how to develop a drawing, and once you know that, you can start compressing those stages. It's teaching you how, like, everything you draw, you're having a process, and it's forming your eye how to see things. It's not just that you're getting good at drawing. You're teaching yourself how to see by tricking yourself to see it a certain way. I'm trying to get y'all to see something a certain way so that you see it differently in your brain. And once you see it differently in your brain, then you can just, take your dick and slam it on the table type of thing. You have the shadow shapes without having to go through and block everything in all at once. Don't need to do that. There's some drawings, like sometimes in my, squint down, just start shading the shadow shapes in, but I do it in a manner which I can correct. Why? Because I trained myself to draw a certain way in the very beginning where I can erase it properly. I just moved this piece right here because I had not dug into the paper, but it still had a light impression to it, right? And I can still shape this piece, right? And now I'm still saying it's wrong, but anyway, like, that's what I'm trying to get y'all to do. It's hard to do, but it's the right way of going about it. So you don't want to be rounding things off. You're wasting your time because it's in the wrong place, so you're gonna have to move it. So you rounded it off, you spent all that time rounding it, which was bullshit because that was wasted. And then also when you round it, you're working the paper, so you're wearing the paper down. So that's double right there. Whereas all you had to do was just block it in 1, 2, light lines B, not H. Light lines mean you're controlling a charcoal that makes sense, soft. You want it to be something where you can erase with one stroke, bang, easily. Right? That's what we do. Once it's in the right position, then you go through and slowly start hatching it out by looking and seeing educated angles and points and relating those points and angles. Not just saying, oh, it's rounded, so I'm going to try to do like 5 billion straight. I'm still drawing straight lines, but I'm doing like a circle on the ass that's totally in the wrong place because it's a bubble butt. See, that's the mentality difference. That's what I'm trying to get. And so I'm glad I saw you doing what you're doing. And you're doing it like you're doing good. This is what it is. It's like, it's tough. That's why in Curry's painting, she's pissed because she's like, there's all these things, you're never right. And that's what it takes with your work. You have, like, it's a pain. It really is.
Future
you have to be insane to do this stuff.
Yep.
That's why I say, like, you have to have, here's the thing. The weak artist. Oh, I'm so weak. I'm just like, I'm complicated. I want to. You have to be tough to do art. You have to be like resilient in a certain way. I'm not saying like physically tough. I think it helps personally, but I'm saying like mentally you have to be, tough. There are a lot of artists who don't want to look at themselves honestly and say, hey, yeah, this isn't good. This is because you can easily convince yourself that you're better than you are, right? It is what it is. But I mean, I'm just saying.
Future oil painter says. Another streamer said that Proco showed up on his stream, and because I said a joke about him, hold Proco that I hate him lol.
Said that about you to him? Really? About you? I'm sure he was kidding. I'm sure Proco took it. He seems like a cool guy. He seems like a nice guy. It's from, what was it? It wasn't Black Sheep.
Future oil painter says.
Yep.
Yup.
Tommy Boy, remember? This is a guy that's going to put you out of business. All you can say is, he seems like a nice guy. That was Chris Farley and what's his name? It'll come to me. Anyway, yeah.
Sheer Curry says, I like his stream with the old guy. They never agree.
I don't know what stream this is. So uneducated.
Sheer Curry says, but for chair did he say anything?
Yeah, did he?
Sheer Curry says, I bet he cried. King of Wasleft says, you've gone 50 minutes without shitting on Warcraft. I'm so proud of you. Futury Oil Painter says, I said he exploits artists LOL. Futury Oil Painter says, he started laughing. King of Wasleft says, also were you thinking of David Spade?
Yes, David Spade, that was it. Love David. I like him. He seems like a nice guy. He does. That's Tommy Boy. Yeah. No, King, what I did is Saturday and Sunday, I forced myself to do skirmishes like a lot. And it was funny because I actually hid away from my friends. They were playing on Saturday. I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to play with them until I'm better. And then one of them decided to do a skirmish. And the first one, we got in together. And I was like, damn it. So then I had to get in disc and explain myself. I was like, guys, this is what's happening. It was actually hilarious. So I got some improvement in, but man, then Sunday I was just like retarded. I literally, and I know that because I was doing stupid things that the day before I wasn't having trouble with. So I was like, I must be tired. I'm having a hard time. But I think it's because I really don't get much sleep. Like, at all, which is not good. It's bad. Anyway, that's that. I'm trying to be more positive because I psych myself out. It's not good. It's like, it's like...
King of Wasleft says,
you can't do that.
LOL.
Stupid shit. It was fun. Yeah, it was really funny. It was Val and Xavier. Zave got in with me, and I looked at Zave Man was his tune. I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. So I wrote him, I was like, don't fuck this up. This is me and him versus whatever. And I think we won, but he was just like, no way. I was like, stupid. Like I can't escape because I never hide from them. But I didn't go back. I wasn't like, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't do that. I was like, this is why I'm doing this. And it's a damn good reason. But I took that as a lesson. I was like, you know what? Maybe that's the universe's way of saying just chill out. It's stupid. It was pretty damn funny. I just need something and it can't be going out and getting wasted. That doesn't work. That makes it worse. I just need to chill. It's too much bullshit. Was this 2B? This is so inconvenient right now. I thought I was done with this.
You need to visit a nice museum.
I know, but I don't like going by myself, and I don't have anybody to go with. And that's the problem. Is that I don't
usually I only have one viewer watching my stream, and I think it's a robot that offers some service to buy viewers.
You don't. You had like 1 or 2 people on there, man. There were people engaging with you before I came in and started tearing your work up. Shakari, I don't have anybody to go with.
Sheer Curry says,
I used to go with my girlfriend back in the
going
day.
by yourself is fun too.
I don't like going by myself. I don't want to.
Future Oil Painter says, LOL.
Anyway. Oh, Shakari, what atelier is it that you attend? Is there like a name? Is it a good
Curry
one?
Says, but for cheer I would watch if it wasn't 4 in the morning, LOL.
Yeah, exactly. She's over in freaking Netherlands.
Sheer Curry says, it's fun by yourself. Future Oil Painter says, it's WA good to get live feedback, because I would never guess what you meant.
I know, man. That's why, but see, that's why I'm saying, like, I wish I could be teaching in person more of this stuff, because it's totally different me saying things, but it's like when I see people's work and it's way different. It's like it's totally different. It's fun by yourself.
Sheer Curry says, it's kinda more for fun for most people, but the artist who runs it teaches me. Sheer Curry says,
Cool.
Mostly drawing.
Mostly drawing, gotcha.
Future Oil Painter says, Sheer Curry, you were watching me karaoke rock and roll, embarrassing.
You know, here's the thing. This type of drawing right here, I could continuously push. Like, I could keep going with this. Why did I make this so sharp? What's wrong with me? It's not sharp there. Drawing is incorrect up here.
Sheer Curry says, so it can be kinda difficult to learn there. I think at art academies you learn together with others.
You do? It has to be a good one, that's the thing. This is wrong. So they're teaching you drawing, right? You said you're drawing your ass off for that one. That's good. You're drawing.
Sheer
I
Curry
don't see a lot
says,
of your drawing.
here the art academies are shit.
They're shit. Yeah. That's how they are here too, man. That's why I had to freaking cross the sea to get to something that was half worth it. And it used to be worse because now there are people like myself who go out and start their own schools, and it's legit information because they took it from the schools overseas. Right? You have Jacob Collins up in New York, but I mean, Green Central, but I mean, a lot of these places didn't exist 20 years ago, I don't think.
Future Oil Painter says, look this, you have to take a secret blood oath at the Florence Academies for boys.
Do you? What do you think? You think I'd be able to tell you if we did? Look, the secret of blood oath, the only oath was just don't suck. At least that's what I would do. Look, gosh, here's the thing. This building where we have, like right now, I don't have the money to do this, but what I would be awesome is if I could turn these rooms into like student rooms and turn this into an academy here. That's like, it would be so sweet. Like this place right here, this studio, I could have like 1 or 2 people in. It's a nice place. There's several rooms around here, but there are people working in it, and I don't have the means to do. But don't think I haven't thought about it. Because I would love, like, I like teaching people. I like doing art, right? I'm not just a teacher, but
aren't there any government things to help open academy?
Curry says, I don't know.
Funds. Future Oil
I don't
Painter
think
says,
so here.
Would be good. I'd buy you an electric zapping device.
But like, I would love to run an academy. I would, but at the same time, it's a huge commitment. But I like teaching. That's the thing. I love teaching. But I wouldn't just want to be a teacher, right? I'm a painter. I want to get stuff done. But that's the beauty of these things. I remember Daniel Graves. He was getting, like, all these guys, Ramiro Sanchez, Hunter Eddy, all these guys were doing work, getting their beautiful work done at the same time as they were teaching. You know. Right. And I enjoy teaching. I'm good at it. You know. My methods are not common either. But that's like my thing. It's like when I see something, it's like I want to be as hands-on as I possibly can in helping people out. I enjoy hanging out here doing this type of stuff. I get to do my work stream at the same time. Like, it's fun. I enjoy that. But I mean, it's nice being able to actually go one-on-one with somebody.
Future Oil Painter says, yup, I think I've improved in think Nib been here chatting for like a year, I think.
I mean, and so here's the other thing.
Future Oil Painter says, plus my jokes are improving.
They are. You've always been good though at that. But like, when you teach somebody, you make sure that they're on a curriculum, right? That's one of the main things. It's like, I can tell you guys this stuff all day long, but unless y'all are doing it and have like that, and it's hard to give critiques that are based off a photograph, because the photograph is, the angles are off, and that makes a difference, and the colors. So there's a degree of, you know, some of us, damn, what the hell was I thinking here? You know, sometimes that's lost. So it's just different. It is tough. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Because I was so shocked at the thumb. I looked, so many things on this that are just off. No, the curriculum. I mean, like, I would get somebody on a regiment, say, this is what you got to do, and you know, this is why you're doing it, and it has to be reaffirmed. You know, like, you know, I was talking to you about like why we curve, why we don't curve. These concepts, sometimes I don't know what the person needs unless I see them doing the work like that, but it's hard to tell based off of, like, I can get an idea what they're doing wrong and like their mindset, but like seeing you actually work, I was able to really pinpoint some problems you were having, you know, and that's what I'm talking about. And then in addition to that, when you're at an academy or whatever, they're making sure you're on a curriculum, right? Like, online, the thing is, there's a lot of different ways of doing things. So I'm not saying people have to do a curriculum,
Future oil
But a lot
painter
of people will
says,
be doing 50
I
different
could
types
be in
of learning.
charge of setting up the models.
Yeah, like people can. I can't keep people on a certain curriculum here. Is my point. Like because there's so many different ways that people you can opt in, opt out. But if you go to a place, you know, you can talk about opting in, opting out all you want. You opt out, you're leaving the school, right? It's just how it is. Dude, how was I so far off with this stuff? Anyway. Shakuri, if you want, send me some of your drawings, and you can either private message me or you can put it in, whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever you feel comfortable with. I want to see your drawing, though. I want to see what you're doing so I can judge you harshly. Because I know that you need more stress in your life. I know you want to get better. I want to make sure you're getting the right advice. Because I really want you to be... I know you want to be good. And I can help you with that. Like I can't, I'm not... So let me help you with that stuff. Dude, how did I mess this up so freaking bad? Because I'm an idiot, that's why. How do I do this shit after all this time? Stupid. Dumb.
King of Was left says, want to find a one-on-one instructor. I don't know if I told you, but I took an art class last summer called The Foundation of Oil Painting, and because it was titled as such I expected maybe 1 week of learning how to draw what you see. 1 week about values. 1 week about maybe color theory, and then the 4th week maybe a combination. KillerPod 5042 says, Yo Peacock. Future Oil Painter says, add time. King of Was left says, not going too deep into any, just giving you literally the foundation and principles behind oil painting. Instead, it was 4 weeks of monochromatic shapes, not even still lives, just shapes. Sheer Curry says, you're not gonna like my drawings, I fear, lol. I try to do an anatomy figure every day and get as close to the reference as possible. Future Oil Painter says, Applebee's is serving a cheesy burger on a skillet.
You just send me the drawing, Shakuri. Don't worry if I like it or not. Do not worry about that. Trust me. That's not how I look at things.
Future Oil Painter says, back. KillerPod 5042 says, you make that R druid a killer yet? King of Was left says,
no.
Sorry for the novel, but I'm still kinda pissed.
I sent him that post, though.
It was $250.
Yeah, I sent him that the druid, the convoke. He's playing feral right now. Yeah, I know, King. No, that's, dude, it's rough. That's the thing. It's like, you feel like if you're going to be paying something, you're going to be getting something out of it, right? And that's not always the case. Yeah.
Future Oil Painter says, that's right, Cher Curry posted, like me, I don't care if people destroy my stuff, builds character.
But, like, show me your work is nice, but, people can private message me too. It's not a big deal. But, Shakuri, the reason why I want you to send me that stuff, it'll give me an idea of like where you're at. Drawing is going to obviously help your painting, but I'll be able to help it'll be a more direct way of me being able to help. And I can give you some exercises that will really push you forward. So you're teaching those people at the academy instead of the other way around.
Just call the class Foundation of Values.
Yeah, right. It's mislabeled. So you paid for something different, right? That's frustrating. I get that, man. I totally get it. Dude, all these shapes were off.
Sher Curry says. Replying to King of Was left, just call the class Foundation of Values, you should avoid courses. You can't learn anything in a few weeks or months. Future Oil
That's
Painter
actually good
says.
advice.
Look, me ear was making me about some paper, told him to contact you about it.
Some about paper told me. My ear was making me about some paper. Ear? You're talking about in our Discord? Write that
Future Oil
again.
Painter says.
Ear was
Ear was
asking
asking.
about some paper. He was saying, he was talking about the charcoal, wasn't he? Or did he ask for something else?
Beark108 says. Wazjuup.
Bear, what's up, man?
King of Was left says. Sher Curry, yeah, you ain't wrong. I'm a fart learner, my monochromatic shapes are fire.
Sucks.
Sher Curry says.
Buffy.
You learn by farting? Future Oil Painter
If you're
says.
crafty, you do.
Before that, yesterday was asking about using some off-brand toned paper, told him to look for Roma paper.
Off-brand tone paper. Yeah. So like, if you're going, if you're
King of Was left says. Sher Curry, wait, you know a different method.
that's the thing. Like if you, there's plenty of good paper, like specifically Roma papers for the value studies. If people just want to do like charcoal sketches, don't get Roma paper for that. It's too expensive. Right? You can get Canson paper, or you can get newsprint and go with the you probably want to go with those oil pastels, the charcoal pencils for that. It's probably better for the newsprint, like if you want to do quicker studies. But like Roma paper is good for the value studies with fusane nitrile charcoal. That's what we're talking about specifically.
Cock it, pull out.
Oka, I'll see you, buddy. I've been trying to get better at the mage, by the way. Rough time. I hope you're doing well, too, by the way.
Killer Pod 5042 says. Nice.
I don't know.
Killer Pod 5042 says. Doing good, take care.
Good. I'll see you, man.
108 says. Dusting paper?
I don't know what that is. Should I? Dusting paper? Circles.
King of Was left says. I decided I'm going to sub again to WoW. Might go enhancement shaman. Berk108
Cool, man.
says. I wrote it in Italian but YT translate it.
Enhance is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. I know Zave was having more fun on L. He said enhance.
Lewis, do you ever use white chalk on your pencil drawings to add bright spots?
Do you ever use white chalk on your pencil drawings to add bright spots? No, not on the pencil drawings. I'm not saying you can't. I just don't. The white chalk is kind of like the, you know, it has a little bit of oil or something in it, or wax. Wax, I think it is, and so it's harder to erase. That I'll use on toned paper. Bear, did you say something in Italian? Dusting paper. Dusting
QFX
paper.
says. WAD up 1,200 God.
What's the word? What Italian were you saying? Because I don't know the Italian word for dust. I don't think. QFX, what's up, man?
Berk108 says.
Dusting.
Dusting.
Do y'all know what dusting paper is? But in Italian, is it dusting in Italian? That's it? Dusting? Sometimes Italians have, like, they say the weekend is the same. Weekend.
Sheer Curry says. Someone mentions white spots and QFX appears. QFX says. Not your rating. Future Oil Painter says. Dust I Italian it's Terra.
Terra.
Bear108 says. It's a yellowish paper from DOM company.
Earth is probably an earth ground. Terra, yeah. It's probably earth ground or something.
QFX says.
I don't know, man.
White spots are the best.
Anyway. QFX. King's resubbing.
Says. I can't write it, it keeps on translating LOL. QFX says.
That's frustrating.
I just watched Matrix. Such a good movie.
Il Matrix in Italian. Il Matrix.
Future Oil Painter says. QFX you're slacking with showing boobies. QFX says. Who resubbed?
King did, man. He says he's going enhanced, maybe.
QFX says. I've been working some digital.
Digital?
QFX says. Who's King LOL?
He's in chat. Look. Hey, I moved the digital section up to besides show me your work so I won't miss it again. For like a year.
QFX says. He can learn from Gears, the 2700 enhanced juicer. Future Oil Painter says. Does King draw stuff or is he a D&D fanboy?
I don't know. You're talking about D&D fanboy. It's king of what's left. Dude.
Future Oil Painter says. D&D Boys Academies.
What the hell am I doing?
Berk108 says. Dusting or pouncing is an ancient art technique popular since the Renaissance, used to transfer a full-scale preparatory drawing called a cartone, onto a final painting surface. QFX says, does Gears even still play? He ignored your sucking cock comment.
He does play. I vaguely remember that, Bear. But I've forgotten the process. I have to look it back up. I took a course when I was in Florence for fresco.
King of Was left says,
Ho
don't
dimenticato
know if it's still
tutto,
a thing.
purtroppo.
My enhancement move was run up Spirit Wolf. Burst damage. And then nearly simultaneously drop Earthbind and Wolf form, and I run a circle, wait for cooldown, then rush in, burst again, rinse, repeat. So picture Ant-Man going in and out of his ant form. Beark108 says, there's special paper for that, also perfect for sketching and charcoal.
Gotcha, okay. All right. That makes more sense now. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Future Oil Painter says, do you guys go to the park, hold hands and sing Shiny Happy People Holding Hands? QFX says, you know the ring finger only has this bulkier part closer to the hand on gay people, right?
How do you know that? You try to put a ring on one, you said this doesn't fit, and then they told you? Burn, bitch. You're gay. I'm not. Can't come in
King
here
of
with
Was
that.
left says, QFX, mine looks like a long dart.
QFX are playing your song here. All right. I just want you just to listen to this, okay? This is your song. It's a good song because it sounds good. But in all good songs, it reflects a certain degree of reality, you see. Okay? Get ready for it. Here it comes. Just let this soak in. Let it soak in. QFX. Damn it.
QFX says, thought it was your song looking at your win percent. Beark108 says,
I pretend I didn't
is
hear
church
that.
drawing finished?
Yes. It is. Dude, where is Mia? Where's that chick?
Future Oil Painter says, Lewis, did you use any nitram on this one? Sheer Curry says,
This? No, man. This is all.
QFX's song is Fly for a White Guy. QFX says, people were actually pretty helpful in your arena forum post.
Nas is the guy we were arguing with on the post who. want to take him up on anything. I'm pretty sure he's in on a lot of the cheating that's going on in there. But yeah, they were pretty helpful with that stuff. I said, look, I said I need help. I said, you know, I'm missing something. Look, I'm putting an effort because
QFX says, this mage guy offered to look at your gameplay and Alok wrote half a book how to play.
He did. I already knew everything that guy was saying though. That's the thing. But the gameplay thing is going to be helpful. But we didn't do any arena. Maybe I should tell him I've just been doing skirmishes, just to. I will say this though, QFX. At 1400, we were hitting, or not 14. At well, I'm 1380 right now, 89. We're hitting rank ones, literal rank ones at that level. So here's the thing. But then I go outside and just destroy other people. So I'm wondering if it's just arena right now. Like it could be that, I don't know, because I think all the very best players are playing. And they're just tearing me up right now. So, because Xerx always looks them up, and the people we're playing are absolutely insane. Also, he's not really used to playing.
I hit some rank ones, won my 0, loss run to 2,200, still creamed M.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because there was no way to look it up back then. You're just saying shit.
QFX says, I still have a screenshot, we saw the title. Future Oil Painter
I
says,
don't believe you.
Can you interpret that from nerd language to cool people language?
He beat somebody who's really strong, and he lost no
QFX
times
says,
doing it, so he's...
He'll post it now lel. King of Wasleft says, I heard you mom was a fantastic car salesperson. Offering free rim job when you purchase a Hummer.
Who? Me? What? You know what? You guys are buttholes also, okay? Along with who that gay dude doxing me, whoever it is.
Sheer Curry says, that was the only thing I understood in this conversation. QFX says,
good, Shikari, because this
in general.
Freaking retarded conversation is QFX general in my art Discord. So not interested in this.
QFX says, yes.
His name is...
Eric108 says, any idea what to paint? Looking for good motive.
This doesn't say anything. Oh wait, it does. Chain Locky? Dude, I don't know who that is. Daris? Should I know them? They're good? Alright. Well, good for you.
It says Raging Gladiator in German.
Oh, it does. Okay. Well, how was I supposed
Sheer Curry says, Vera Nudie.
You know I don't speak German. How is that supposed to be proof for me? Just... The more I draw, the more I hate this. This sucks.
Sheer Curry says, you should learn German.
Me?
QFX says, what else could gladiatorin mean LMAO?
You're gay. How about that? I'm gonna learn that useless language.
QFX says. OFC it's a rank 1 title. QFX says. LMAO salty S.
That stupid language.
Sheer Curry says. What is gay in German?
QFX is. Yeah, what is gay?
QFX says. We say Dutch. Sheer Curry says. Du bist ein Homo. Future Oil Painter says. All I know in German is Danke, and Fräulein.
Fräulein. Fräulein. You know, here's the thing, QFX. You're only strengthening my resolve to get better with this stuff by pissing me off. And you do piss me off.
Beark108 says. Is nudie something people hang on the wall? Future Oil Painter says. And according to Indiana Jones Part 3, Germans say goodbye by punching people. QFX says. You just mirror my zero loss run man, that's okay.
Keep it up. It just strengthens my resolve all the more. Let me tell you something. I'm the type of person who will go through the absolute worst, and I will suck
QFX
bigger
says,
than anybody else in a
to
non-gay
make you
way.
feel better, we had 2.2k
But then I
weapons
get
for
that much better.
But people started
Always.
to have them at 2k plus 2, so.
Always. Well, see, that's a huge difference. But here's the thing. I'm tired of you talking about that one thing you did peaking
Future
10
Oil
years
Painter
ago.
says. And let me tell you something, brother.
You should be playing with me and trying to get better and create new memories. But instead, you're stuck in the past. With your little 2.2K, you never want to pick the game up again. Because people are mean.
QFX says.
I'll protect you from the
How
bad
would
men.
I get better playing with you though?
Why wouldn't you get better playing with me?
King of Was Left says. Does WoW play your subscription with gold?
It's not worth it, man. It's not worth the time. It's not worth it. It's definitely worth just paying money and saving the time and creating money with that time.
King of Was Left says. Still do that thing I meant. QFX says. If you Q 400 shuffles on healer you could.
Do some arena with you. We'd improve. Told you. Not the best player out there. I'm not like a rank 1, but I mean I'm not bad. Right now I'm pretty bad. But that'll change. I just need to get my bearings. Like I said, I do the same thing in drawing. I suck. I start sucking really bad, and then I get really, really good at it. Like I shoot up. That's how I learn. I get like extremely ridiculously bad at things. But this is like, that's what I do. That's why, fine. It's all good.
QFX says, LMAO, did you see the opponent team was Mage 2 on Warrior XD?
It was a Warrior. What are you talking about? Oh, like doing arena? I mean, I would heal. I would probably, by the time, if you ever played, I would heal you. And we could still go in and do skirmishes and train like that.
QFX
It's actually
says,
solid
the
competition.
screenshot, the opponents were Holy Poly and Mage.
Oh, they were in that one? Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's a different game, but yeah. Anyway. This needs to be better than it is.
QFX says, oh yeah, it's a different game now, please. I beat a rank 1 Frost Mage on War, it was a good run, man. Beark108 says, anyone ever tried Phoenix oil paint?
Phoenix oil paint? I haven't, Bear, no. QFX. I want to play with you, man. I don't know why you don't want to play. Your game's not cool anymore. Oh. There's a lot of sweaty people playing right now. That's all I'm saying. It's rough. A lot of sweaties.
QFX says, yeah, ID play with a guy too who slaps rank 1 mages on War 2. Sheer Curry says, QFX play with Little Luth.
See, Shikuri wants you to play with Little Luth. Why are you afraid to play? People are mean.
QFX says, didn't you unsub LMAO?
Yeah, but I'm not, like, I'll probably end up resubbing before the sub's over because I cannot leave my friends on there. The only way I stay in touch with them is Val and Xerx, Wouldn't be. I just don't feel right doing it. And also, I don't like quitting things, and so I'm kind of resolved not to now.
Damn, didn't know you had friends there.
Damn you.
Future Oil Painter says, who's all for joining my stream at 10 p.m? Sheer Curry says, neckbeards. QFX says, what are you drawing there, a foot?
Oh, by the way, but for chair, be careful with that music you play because you can't take that out of your VOD and it's probably gonna get silenced or something. Or taken down by Twitch because you're playing popular songs on your main track. If you want to play it like this, there's a way to set it up so that it's not saved in the
King of
database
Waslef
Twitch.
says, "I'll play with you. On the bright side, I haven't played in like 5 years, so you'd no longer be the worst. You're welcome." Future Oil Painter says,
Play with you.
"Oh yep, was about to ask about that."
Yeah. You can't do what you did
QFX says,
because you'll get struck.
"See you Alriate got a third guy now."
There's a way to set it up, but it's a little bit more complex. Because the music you hear right now is not saving into Twitch. It's streaming, but they don't save it. There's a separate track in OBS that you can put your music on
Future Oil
and
Painter
assign it to
says,
not be in Twitch.
"I'll Google it."
Yeah, look that up. You need a virtual audio cable to do it. The more I draw, the more I see how bad this is.
Future Oil Painter says, "Guess I'll have to sing for everyone." Sheer Curry says, "Do you take requests?"
Are you talking to me or are you talking to Butt for Chair, music-wise?
QFX says,
You have to be talking to Butt for Chair
"It is
because
true
normally
though
you
that
just tell
people
me
are
to do
way
something
sweatier now.
or ask
Back
me.
then people were significantly worse overall." Sheer Curry says,
Butt for Chair.
"But for chair." King of Waslef says, "Sheer Curry no, it's 24/7 free bird." Future Oil Painter says, "I'm kidding, I would sound terrible." Sheer Curry says, "You could sing too. You got a lovely soprano voice." Future Oil Painter says, "People would gear me and ban me." QFX says, "When Lewis sings the anthem, head sound like Lacey Nielsen in that ball game." QFX says, "Not knowing half the words LMAO." Future Oil Painter says, "Naked Gun 3.5." Sheer Curry says,
Good movie.
"There's gonna be a new Fokker movie."
Is there? There's going to be a new Spaceballs movie too. Dude, we need Ben Stiller though. We really do. I've missed him. I've missed him. I'm not going to lie. I miss him.
QFX says, was he gone?
I mean, he just wasn't doing any funny
Sheer
movies like
Curry
he used
says,
to.
he's in the new Fokker movie.
Good.
Beark108 says, oh yes, looking forward to Spaceballs.
Yeah, Mel Brooks better not mess this
Futury
one
Oil
up.
Painter says,
It's pretty good though.
Spaceballs predicting future products like oxygen in a can.
Marrier. Spaceballs, the flamethrower. May the Schwartz be with you. Gosh, I love that movie. It's on Amazon right now. Prime.
Sheer Curry says, never saw it.
Oh, you got to. You have. What else you got to say? Your sense of humor is too rich to not have seen this stuff. This is the stuff that you would. I think you would like it. I don't know. Maybe not. I think you would.
Says, Stiller kinda mid.
Sometimes he is mid, but like I'm talking about, he was good in like dodgeball and stuff like that. Heavyweights. He was very good in heavyweights. He can be definitely be like, look, Tropic Thunder. He was awesome.
Sheer Curry says, I love his dad.
Oh, me too.
Beark108 says,
And deliver
it's a
it.
cultural heritage. QFX says, Tropic Thunder was
Oh, yeah.
awesome in general.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder was insane.
QFX says, think Stylel redirected that.
He did. He did. And it's fun watching him directing when he's doing a scene with Robert Downey Jr. and they're like close together and it's like the death scene or something in the, this is a movie of the movie inside the movie, or yeah, a movie inside of the movie. And Ben Stiller was directing it saying, good job again. And so then they would go through the parts and they would say again, and they'd do it again. There's a lot of behind the scenes footage. It's just freaking amazing how, like, really good stuff. So.
QFX says, we won't get a movie like that anymore, Lel.
You don't know what's going to happen, you know? Like, I mean,
Sheer Curry
obviously.
says, you should watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Ben Stiller and Mel Brooks are in a few episodes.
Oh, really?
King of Was Left says,
I like Curb
he
Your
was great till he started running his mouth about woke nonsense, even though his old movies were exclusively not woke and would get anyone else cancelled.
I know, man. It's unreal. I just it's that's a frustration of mine. I just wish that these guys would just drop it, man. I'm so sick of all this stuff. I really am. I talk about more on stream than I do anywhere else because I
Sheer
can't.
Curry
Like,
says,
people aren't.
is he woke now?
Hollywood is in general, but yeah, I think he is. I don't know if he's like, but they all lean that way, and they all have to use their platform to. Yeah, it's messed up. A lot of them feel like they need to do penance for their past wrongs in making the movies that they made because it offends people now, and they couldn't be further from the truth. It's like we need that to come back, man. But they live over in California, you know, which is dying, by the way. Hollywood's apparently abandoned right now because it's too expensive to make anything, man. They tax them out. Like, I just want them to make good movies, funny movies. People need to laugh, and like they have gifts. These guys. Ben Stiller was
Sheer Curry
hilarious.
says, today's movies suck.
Oh, they do, 100%. Like there's nothing to watch because they
Sheer
all
Curry
have like
says,
it's all either the
I
same or
like
they're.
some horror movies.
Yeah, you do. I can't stand horror movies, um, but
QFX says,
it just sucks,
the
man.
cost on some productions was insane, and the market is flooded. No clue how it even made the money back with that much product out there.
I mean,
Beark108 says,
yeah,
French production picking up.
French. It's easier to
King
film
of
in
Was
places
Left
like
says,
France and Italy than it
I'm less
is
bothered by
in
someone being woke than I am by
California.
hypocrisy of people making their millions off being politically incorrect. Future Oil Painter says,
All of it bothers me.
I like Ben
I know what
Stiller.
you're saying, though. I do too. And my thing is, I try to look past that stuff because I know it's like, but it's just, I'm so sick of it. It gives me such a headache. I think that's why I am the way that I am. I'm going further, I'm going
Lots
nuts.
of good actors went to France now.
Yeah, they're all going because it made, look. But here, let me tell you this. A lot of those guys, they want to tax all these people and do this to them because, over in California, the taxes are through the roof. Like everything's tax, 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 tax. And people take it because
Beark108 says,
whatever reason, but these people voted
Mel Gibson
in.
Italy right now.
And now they're leaving the country because of it, or, the industry is. But it's so obvious this was going to happen. It's just like, who wants to go over there and pay 3 times as much to do something and have to, like, it's the stupidest thing ever. But like Ben Stiller, like he can complain all day long, or I don't know if he does, but like they have to leave because they can't afford movies over there, but those guys voted that stuff in. So now they go out of countries and they give other countries business. Which isn't good for America, if you're making the movies there.
Sheer Curry says,
I guess
I thought taxes
they do
were
save
lower
money
in America.
In certain places in America, other places like the big cities, it's just like you can't survive. Like New York, it's insane. But overall, I think compared to
Beark108 says,
other places.
good think in Italy is you're super rich. There's flat tax 200K and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, the whole thing is just messed up. Like, I'm so sick of Hollywood. I really am.
King of Was Left says, I try to look past it but they won't shut up.
Yeah, me too.
Conan O'Brien
exactly.
I'm sure is woke but he still jokes about everyone and everyone catch strays and he very seldomly uses his platform for any of that.
Yeah. So, I agree with you there. I listened to him actually
Sheer Curry says,
a long time ago.
Larry David too.
Good. So he's chill, good. But like, Conan went through a phase though where he did. This is back in like, I don't remember when it was. It was like, I think, 2016. I think, and he went nuts. And I stopped watching him because he couldn't drop it. And which I was so disappointed. I remember people were saying in the comments of the YouTube videos, they were like, Conan, you're too smart and funny to be falling into the same trap that everybody else. It's like they were really disappointed with him. Because I don't want to hear that stuff, man. I just want to chill out and just chill. I did not draw this well at all. Like, at all.
QFX says, sounds like you're chilling out in arena a lot. QFX says,
Ignore you.
instead of getting kills. King of Was left says,
Keep it up,
Jimmy
man.
Fallon is probably the most neutral, he unfortunately is not funny lol. Sheer Curry says,
Yeah.
what's wrong with it?
Okay. So the
Future
proportions are a
Oil
little
Painter
bit
says,
off, especially around
looks
here.
good.
This
What
part,
ya
like
talking about Willis?
the proportions, like I didn't do a good job with the proportions. The form's off here. The proportions are
Lyric
off
108
here.
says,
The overall shape,
it's
this is
pretty
too
good drawing.
elongated. It should be a little bit stretched out a little bit more. And I don't like the technique, especially in the thumb. This is overdone right
Sheer
here, and I've
Curry
lost the
says,
form in the drawing.
Jimmy Fallon is just neutral because he doesn't do anything lol.
Yeah. He just, I don't know, man. You know who I think is hilarious is Harrison Ford.
QFX
I love
says,
that man.
at least you noticed, still a decent foot.
Shit. Here's what we can do.
King of Was left says, Sheer Curry pretty much. Sheer Curry says, this hand looks good to me, which probably shows my lack of hand knowledge.
No, it does look good, but I'm seeing things in it from the photograph which
QFX
y'all don't
says,
have up that is off.
damn right.
It looks it looks decent, right? So it's not you.
Sheer Curry says, I admit it.
Curry, I want to see your drawings. You can't escape. I'm gonna make sure that you are being guided correctly with this shit.
QFX
But-
says,
No,
that's why you lost the commission, they could tell too.
Don't take that, Curry. Don't take it. He's an attack dog today. Do what I do. I'm getting strength from it. He's feeding me here. 'Cause every time I
Sheer
feel like,
Curry says, QFX, I'm gonna ban you.
and she can. I gave her power. Why? Because she's an evil being. I can tell. Seething. Right? There's this sense, something ominous, a looming
Sheer Curry
threat.
says,
Curry, every
don't
time.
mess with my Comey Zion.
Her Komi-san, and she's, she doesn't even need to
QFX
speak. I
says,
know, I
You
sense
could
that
give me
she's there.
immunity.
That's in her power to do. But she's heartless, and that's why I chose her. Right? So don't expect it. Do not expect it.
Future Oil Painter says, look, your hands are getting too bony, you got to eat some more sausage gravy.
More sausage gravy, you say.
Sheer Curry says, WTF was that sound?
It was a fire truck.
Beark 108
Surprised y'all heard
says,
that.
wife likes your drawings but she doesn't understand why you use same pencil for everything.
Because I'm
QFX
badass.
says, probably a fart. Sheer Curry says, he gobbles that sausage gravy. King of Was left says,
Damn it.
that would be funny if someone was like, Lewis, I was going to commission you $1,500 to paint my family. But then I saw your arena rating. And I was like, screw that noise.
You're just feeding me more and more to get better at arena.
QFX says, $1 for 0.8 rating.
You talk a lot of trash for somebody who doesn't
Sheer
even play.
Curry says,
Just watches rank one, says,
nobody
"Oh,
with
it
the
looks
family
easy."
knows what an arena rating is.
You are right. Curry is right. Okay? We're acting like damn losers. We are. We're acting like losers. And guess who brings us in? every day. Who starts this? You, QFX. You do.
Future Oil Painter
Curry's
says,
right.
a guy who is on Conan's show streams on Twitch. QFX says, hey man, after the God tier run I can talk as much trash as I want.
No, that was,
until
dude,
Gears
that was like
joins,
10 years ago,
then
the
I'm
God tier
trash.
run. You exploited a weapon. You know what? I blame myself. I'm not going to stoop to your level, which is down there. I'm up here, okay? Way up here. You, down there.
King of Was left says, get up, you dumb son of a bitch, get up because King loves you, remember this every time you lose. QFX says,
Thanks, King.
LOL exploited, I just used what I had for weapons. QFX says, you think that Mage didn't have 2.2k weeps? You know how insane Frost Mage was before the nerfs.
Back then? What are you talking about now? What are you talking about? So I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about back when you were playing?
Future Oil Painter says, his
So
name is Aaron, Twitch handle is Aaron Beard. King of Was left says,
oh,
is this QFXS equivalent to Al Bundy 20 years later still talking about that one football game?
Yes.
QFX says, yeah, you had 8-second sheeps, 6-second deep freeze, 4-second blanket on counter with 8-second hit counter, it was insane.
So I didn't play it back then, so I don't know.
Future Oil Painter says, Aaron is on Conan O'Brien's podcast show.
Aaron is. This needs to come off some. See, Curry, when you're drawing, I'm trying to stick to the fundamentals with this, but it takes this much time to study
video games and had all white hair.
Gotcha. To study the form and stuff. So I'm studying the form. I'm not just simply trying to make it look like it. I'm really trying to understand what I'm drawing.
You would have liked it. Deep freeze was insane.
Yeah, I remember it was like a 4-second stun or something instantly. I remember deep freeze. I might have played it then, but I wasn't in arena. But anyway, so this is the process I do. Like sometimes you mess up parts, you have to go back and do them. But like again, you're able to do it, right? Able to, like I'm trying to see the whole thing all at once and not get hung up on the details, even though it looks like I'm doing the details. I am doing the details, but I'm looking at this whole thing, trying to get the entire shape correct and get the feel of that thumb, that beautiful thumb.
QFX says, you only needed frost fingers or this frosted PROC I think, but def 5 to 6 seconds.
It's looking good. Haven't been touching it.
Sheer Curry says, I'm just gonna start painting everyone with hands in their pockets.
No wiser words have ever been
QFX
said.
says, you just dump frost bolts and lances into that as frozen hits, so good.
Why don't you play mage if you think it's so OP? Why don't you play mage?
Futury Oil Painter says, and long hair that covers ears. Sheer Curry says, and one ILMAO. Beark108 says, just paint veteran amputees. QFX says, it was now it's nerfed even when it's still best caster LOL. Futury Oil Painter says, add time. Sheer Curry says, Bear LMAO. QFX says, Lewis already losing his shit XD.
No, I'm letting it fuel me.
Sheer Curry says, that's so dark it's perfect. QFX says, oh damn, first time at learning. Futury Oil Painter says, back.
All right. Curry, I want you to look at this. Wait a second. Let me get this up. Huh. Okay. Okay. Anyway. I can't get the hands up. But anyway, this piece right here is ballpark. But look at my thumbs. Now, this is
QFX
admittedly
says,
weird.
you know you can always switch to a class for men and get some rating.
My thumb is rounded. That's my point. Up top. So if we're looking at
King of Was left says,
that,
best caster.
this piece
Maybe
kind of
at
comes
overall
out some.
damage.
So it's like in the
But when I
ballpark.
played Disc Priest would be
But it's a
considered the best
curve.
because the damage was great, maybe not the best, but great, and you combine it with their survivability.
So this piece right here, this is what I'm talking about, getting the form. Like it's ballpark, but if you just do a couple small things, and that's just like, that might be slightly too much. But this is what I do. I constantly go back and forth with these lines here until I get it absolutely perfect. And so you work on the lines.
QFX says,
So that's different. Do you see that?
I like how you were upset on the inside but tried to not let it slip to the outside.
I'm actually not upset.
Sheer
I'm
Curry
determined.
says,
I am not upset.
it's hard to tell without reference.
You are annoying because you watch rank 1 streams and then you get on and preach about something, but you don't even play the game.
Futury Oil Painter
And
says,
you do it all the time. But I like
looking
having,
at
I like the
Michelangelo's
conversations.
hands, it's like
So
he took the thumb's
it's fun
fingers
talking.
and exaggerated them.
But I want to play with you, but you're not going to play. But, like, I'm not upset. It says it's hard to tell without the ref. Yeah, it is hard to tell. I was trying to. That's why I was trying to find the reference, but it's not on the. Let me do this. I think it is on the computer. That's the thing. Why is that not here? Give me a sec. I'll find it. I have changed it out. Downloads. It was downloads. And oh, you know what? Do this. I actually think I have a solution for this.
Sheer Curry says, don't bother, it's okay.
No! It's never okay. It's not a big deal. All I had to do was plug this in. Oh, guys. I should have it up anyway. It's good for the stream. Y'all gotta see what I'm working on. There it is. Except that's not it. Nope. Let's do this. We'll take that hand, this one. This is the right one. Let's change the image.
UFX
browse.
says, is that Dirty Mike's hand?
Dirty Mike and the
Future
boys.
Oil
Okay.
Painter says, look at that skinny hand.
There you go. Y'all see that? So you see how wrong I am with it? Do you see that?
Says,
it's like stubby.
The lighting is so good, darn you.
That's actually okay. Okay. That was from a video. Wait, no. Did I take videos of that? One technique I do, so you have a camera, and if it's like a DSL
QFX
or
says,
mirrorless.
I like how you made up the tip of the middle finger, but it looks kinda odd. Sheer Curry says, it seems short to me.
My thumb, yeah, it does. Exactly, it does. See? This is my point. Like, I really think I messed this one up. So good. I think it's I actually know what I need to do. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Okay. I know what I did. Anyway, yeah. But see, that's why I wanted to do this thing on.
That's what I think at least daily about other body parts. Sheer Curry says, we know QFX. QFX says, good. Beark108 says. Why there's a tension in that thumb while the rest is resting.
Tension? I mean, this whole thing's messed up. I mean, oh, it's okay.
Future Oil Painter says. That could like Adam's hand after God told him he is gonna have to work forever. Sheer Curry says. He has double jointed thumbs.
It's my hand.
QFX says. More like triple. Beark108 says. Yet it looks like there's tension.
That's it. Whoops.
QFX says. The hand of a 1300 god. QFX says. I saw Windwalkers just slap out random 150k hits, that's 30% HP LOL.
They're pretty strong, man.
QFX says. Did you finish that birdie piece?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's pretty much finished. I haven't touched it.
QFX says. Cutting the losses short on that one at.
I mean, I don't know.
Almond the Painter says. What rapscallion is trying to DDoS you? Or is it just a goof?
Dude, I
Sheer
don't
Curry
know.
says. Sounds confident. Future Oil Painter says. How many students in your atelier these days?
However many are in Discord, man. However many are in the stream. Powerless. It's already over. It's Stay there. Okay, there we go. That's it.
Future Oil Painter says. I remember, Brian, accountant guy, college boy, disturbed girl. Cher Curry says.
Disturbed girl.
Who is this band?
Temple of the Dog, I think. Song was out in, I think, 92.
Cher Curry says. Cabbage Patch Girl.
Cabbage Patch Wednesday. Oh, she got pissed.
Beark108 says. Maybe my fingers are too fat lol, time to do some sports.
What are you talking about? Fingers are too fat? My fingers would be fat too if I lived in Italy. Y'all actually have food worth eating over there. Hungry.
Cher Curry says. Aren't Italians skinny?
Yeah, they
Future
are.
Oil Painter says. Pearl Jam.
This isn't Pearl Jam.
Beark108 says. I was looking at that thumb thinking there's tension comparing it to mine. QFX says. Skinnier than the Dutch.
For the Dutch fat? I don't think the Dutch are fat. Americans are fat, man. I don't know what's going on with us right now. You go outside, you have a 300-pounder in freaking yoga pants named
Almond the Painter says.
Tucker.
Italians and Mediterraneans in general are also greasy. QFX
Greasy?
says. I mean I only know one. Cher Curry says. QFX Germans are fatter. Beark108 says. Italians are either fat or skinny, no middle way.
There's no middle.
QFX says. Probably.
Dude, when I was over there, I didn't see really any fat. I don't think I saw a lot of fat people.
Future Oil Painter says. Think it's probably working ourselves to death. QFX says. That was 50 years ago though.
You go to the grocery store, look at what they're eating. They eat like, there's not anything healthy in their carts.
I gained 15 kilograms living down south and lost 10 kilograms up north.
Really? And nobody exercises. Like, these people, they don't move.
Curry says.
So, I mean.
Lewis, you were in Italy in the 00s. Anorexia was at an all-time high.
Was it?
Almond
Bring back anorexia.
Namurica Burger. Future Oil Painter says. Yup, all the affordable food is fattening.
But that's not true. There's a lot of, like, you can get frozen vegetables and all sorts of things for pretty cheap. Like, you can get, like, you can live off rice and pasta, and you can get healthy ingredients.
Back. Don't fear.
Go to the frozen food section, man. There's good stuff. You go get vegetables. I mean, it doesn't need to necessarily be organic or anything, but even organic's not that bad. People just don't know how to shop.
Beark108 says. It was a time of plague and great famine when Louise lived in Italy. Cher Curry says.
It was a great time.
To Future Oil Painter, yup, all the affordable food is fattening. I never believed rat. Vegetables are cheaper than a bag of crisps.
That's what I'm saying.
Future Oil Painter says. Yeah. Oh, I get that.
Well, like, I was talking to somebody, I won't mention who, and our Discord saying, doesn't eat. I said, dude, I gave him,
Almond the
you
Painter
want to
says,
eat?
a bean and rice burrito with an avocado, less than $7 for ingredients to feed multiple people.
You can get a can of beans. It's fine. But get like risotto and
Eric108 says,
tuna
yeah,
fish,
we have awesome food, therefore
spinach,
we eat a lot.
and you can cook that. And get some nice
Sheer
cheese.
Curry
You can
says,
afford some cheese for it.
we all know who you are talking about, LMAO.
I know. Yeah. Well, he's bitching and moaning about it.
QFX
He
says,
says to go out
Real.
to eat. I said, why are you doing that? You literally, like, you can make it. This is what I did. And look, I was lucky. My parents said they would, pay for me over in Italy. I didn't want to cost them a lot of money. I saved a lot. And I ate extremely affordable. I wasn't going out to eat. And you can make a little go a very long way. And it's solid, healthy food. I was in the best shape of my life over there. The food there's good. I mean,
Sheer Curry says, oatmeal is so cheap.
Oatmeal.
Just eat that for every meal.
Damn right.
QFX
Oatmeal.
says, is that why you extended
Milk,
to 7 years?
butter.
Because you didn't want to cost them a lot.
They got their
Almond
money's
the
worth.
Painter says, and don't forget the espresso fuel.
They got their money's worth. Hey man, if I'm going over there, I'm going over there.
QFX says, true actually. Beark108 says, that's true, we have very simple diet and keep bills reasonable.
Oh guys, you know what? Apparently plastic's a pretty big deal. Like
QFX
a lot of people are having
says,
plastic poisoning and
not
stuff, all
many
sorts
people
of stuff
would
in
take
there.
full care of their parents.
Damn right they wouldn't. I do. But I'm trying to cut down some plastics. I'm not one of these people who's like ultra sensitive about things. Plastic's kind of one of those. Could be better. Started
Windy
making
City
French ground
1828
coffee
says,
or French press.
good evening.
Windy City,
Just
what's
in
up,
from a
girl?
football match.
All right.
Future Oil Painter says,
Who won? Who
yeah,
played?
plastic, we screwed.
But you
Sheer
can cut
Curry
down on that
says,
stuff.
we all have microplastics inside
We
us.
do, yeah.
Almond the Painter says, Dutch only eat choco sprinkles on bland toast bread.
Coffee's a big deal, though. Like,
QFX
that's
says,
hot water going through the
I
plastic
got
machines.
something else micro.
We know that. Ugh. Okay.
Sheer Curry says, we can tell QFX. Windy City 1828
I knew
says,
that was coming.
West Brom. We won 3-0. Sheer Curry
Nice.
says,
That's
True
good, right?
Almond.
That's what you want.
QFX says, good.
What does Brahm stand for? I feel like I should know this.
Windy City 1828 says, Bromwich.
Bromwich, okay.
QFX says, what class do you play, Windy? Beark108 says, $9 for 1 kilogram of Parmesan cheese on special.
Wendy, you don't need to interact with QFX.
Almond the Painter says, Curry, you know I am kidding, the Dutch is what we need, pedantic and organized, not like us olive oil people. QFX says. XD, you scared her.
You're waiting for her to type something in response to that. Nothing. She'll be fine.
Windy City 1828 says. Do those hands belong to anyone in particular?
The thumb look familiar?
Almond the Painter says.
My hands.
I tend to scare folks, ha ha ha. Cher Curry says. She should be scared of you, QFX. Beark108 says. Parmesan cheese is best source of protein. Jim Brothers beats everything else. QFX says. She dodged with a question. Cher Curry says. Those hands look like they belong to a great elbow model.
I only
Windy
did
City
elbow models.
1828 says. I am scared of QFX. Future Oil Painter says.
Look at that elbow.
I just had a hamburger.
Dude, I am cramping up so much.
Almond the Painter says. A 6 feet long haired dude in a 19th century trench coat looks scary if I think about it. Cher Curry says. Very pointy.
It was there. I noticed, like, with that camera, it looks pointy, but I don't know. Yeah, it looked weird when I did that.
Windy City 1828 says. You have piano fingers, Lud.
Do I?
Almond the Painter says. I am signing off, ladies and gents. Have a nice evening. Beark108
Alvin,
says.
I'll see you, buddy.
What's your weight in kg?
Mine? I don't know. I think I weigh 175
Cher Curry
pounds.
says. Bye, Almond.
So whatever that is, half of that, 175. I need to weigh more. I probably should weigh at least 10 more pounds than I do. It's awful. Says I don't eat lunch, probably. Okay.
Cher Curry says. Men just ask each other's weight. That's crazy to me.
How much do you weigh? Just kidding. Don't need to answer that. But seriously, how much do you weigh? Honestly, I don't care.
Beark108 says. Actually, you're almost perfect weight.
I am. I don't feel like it.
Cher Curry says. I'm gonna ban you, Lewis. Beark108 says. I'm almost 200 pounds.
Almost 200. It's a good weight. Especially you turn that into muscle, that's a good weight. Oh, you're right, Shikari, this is too short. It's not what she said, but the
Future Oil Painter
this is
says,
too short. You're right about
look,
that.
you're skinny. That's very un-American.
That's what I'm saying. It's unreal. Get this down some.
Windy City 1828 says, skinny but muscular, does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. So more, I guess, toned. Not like really thick. Yeah. Built for
Beark108
speed,
says, it's the stress.
power.
It doesn't matter how much you eat, metabolism under stress burns faster. QFX says, what's wrong with really thick?
Nothing's wrong with really thick. As long as
Windy
it's
City
like some muscle.
1828 says, you're not a strip of wind, that's for sure.
A strip of wind. What's a strip of wind? I think he's looking slightly better.
Windy City 1828 says,
Oh,
really
really
skinny.
skinny? Yeah. No, 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 no. 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 I think, like, I've oftentimes thought about this, but like, yeah, I think I've always been one for staying in shape. And you try not to make it so it's not vain, but you feel better and you're capable, you're able to do what you want to do. You know, like, so I've always been able to, if I need to get a task done, I'm able to accomplish that task. Now it's translating to taking care of my dad, which is important. So I think
QFX
being
says,
capable
oh
is
damn,
extremely important.
I didn't notice.
It's just being such a little bitch today. Anyway, but yeah, it's like, and you feel better when you're in shape. Like, mentally, you feel better, and I'll take what I can get
QFX
there.
says, what do you mean today?
Right?
Sheer Curry says, I don't understand how people get really fat.
Yeah, I know, because it's like at some point, there's a lot of, like, you have to, like, when you start see it coming on and feeling like starting to feel sluggish or something, I would think that, like, I would care.
QFX says,
I wouldn't want to see that.
thought you had experience with that.
You're just like trying to get that shit out. I'm just saying, and look, I'm not trying to bash people who are fat, who are trying, but I'm bashing people who are fat, who aren't trying, who are making themselves that way. I am. So I think, you know, I think you should try to be in shape. It's like you feel so much better. I want everybody to feel good. That's the thing. So that's why, like, I try to stay in shape. It's kind of ridiculous because, like, working out in the morning, and they're pretty grueling workouts, some of them, but it makes it so, like, if I have to pick my dad up, I'm not going to throw my back out. You know, like, because I've had to pick him up like a baby before. And sometimes I have to do that off the ground. So if you know, how are you going to get him up if you can't lift with your back? And And if you mess your back up and you're watching out for somebody, you're out, then who watches after?
Sheer
So I was
Curry
like,
says,
okay, you can't mess your
fat
back up.
people are jolly though.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun to look at. And it's fun watching them laugh. It is. It's fun. A lot of them are jolly. You're right. The jolliness is something.
QFX says, guess at some point they think fuck it, too much work to get back in shape.
But see, that's a bad attitude. And, you know, and look, it's not something that I've had to struggle
Future
with.
Oil Painter says,
So I get
gotta lose this dad weight.
Right. Like, lose it, and in doing something, you're going to gain like tools of discipline and all sorts of things that will come out in your own work. You'll feel better. Like, I want everybody to experience
200
that.
pounds sucks. Your joints
Does it?
start to hurt and you're just round lazy loser.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's just
QFX
we're not built for that. And
when you had it on, it's really tough to lose since the fat cells stay and only get smaller. Future Oil Painter says, but having weight is a good way to deter the ladies from hitting on me.
Which was a real problem to begin with. No, I try to stay capable. But, you know, like for me, whenever I'm working out, I don't have as many pains as I do because I don't know why.
To get back to its max weight, some survival thing.
Blood flowing. Like, I took a week and a half off working out, and frankly, it didn't feel like I took time off because I'm always like I said, I'm always lifting my dad. But going back, it feels good to move, you know? I mean, I don't like doing it at the time, but I guess it builds some sort of discipline up, some mental discipline.
Future Oil Painter says, I just looked like a guy who used to work out like a maniac and now I'm looking like a bit heavier.
But you have the experience of your work. Like, if you wanted to, you could do it and you'd feel so much better. And I guarantee you it'd help your drawing because I think you'll be able to, it clears your head up. You'll feel better and you'll be able to push it a little bit more. For me, it helps my work. I know from experience with this stuff. It does.
Sheer Curry says, you could take a walk, that's pretty calming. Future Oil Painter says, yup.
Yeah, no, I just want everybody
to
be in shape is all.
But when the models start trying to pick me up, Houston, we have a problem, LOL.
I think
Sheer Curry says,
people who are skinny are oftentimes
cycle everywhere.
They cycle everywhere. Yeah, we have a lot of cyclers here. We're getting into arguments on the road because they try to take up the road. They're bitches about it. But
QFX says, yeah, to McDonald's.
Right? Yeah, it's you know, but people need to take better care of their bodies is all I'm saying. Here, specifically here. Here is just like, there's no excuse, man. It's so disgusting.
108 says, I was 170 pounds at peak of climbing form and it still felt heavy. Future Oil Painter says,
right, I guess it depends on your body type.
Sheer Curry says, my city doesn't even have a McDonald's.
There you go, man. Just like, I don't know.
QFX says, didn't know you had a city.
It's a hive.
Sheer Curry says, I own this world.
The world is her oyster.
Sheer Curry says, you don't know it yet.
By design.
Sheer Curry says, where is my pearl?
You'll find it. Ah, pearls. Hard to find, but worth the wait. No wiser words have ever been said.
Future oil painter says, wasn't Rembrandt plump? QFX says,
Yeah.
some pearl fingers on those hands. QFX says, LMAO on Dexter. Someone said get those sausage hands off me, that was too funny.
Dude, I never watched that. I couldn't watch that stuff. But that does sound pretty funny. How did I mess this up so bad? How? How did I mess this up so bad? Unreal.
Sheer Curry says,
Unreal.
wasn't that in Shrek?
Was it the sausage hands thing? You think that was?
QFX says, they might have had it too, but it was deaf on Dexter.
Was it? Oh, Dexter. Yeah.
Future oil painter says, you messed it up because you still remember the AI model's booty.
What are you talking about? Damn.
QFX says, nice pinky stretching, do you drink your tea like that? Sheer Curry says, you're just jealous of his class.
Damn right. Thank you. Now ban him.
QFX says, he's mage, so no.
She doesn't know what that means. She's been very clear about that. Nobody does, except for maybe, I know King does. And that's it. 2 people in this chat. Dumbass. He's a mage, so no. He plays mage.
QFX says, we would be 3 if Gears still joined. Sheer Curry says,
I don't know where he
we
is.
are blissfully unaware.
Blissfully unaware. You hear that? And it is a curse. It is a freaking curse. Pisses me off so much, this stuff half the time. So stupid.
QFX says. It is bliss.
I just remember you played for like a month and then you stopped.
Futury Oil
disappointed.
Painter says. Mage. Is that like a goblin in Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes. Just yes. I don't. It's just a highly intellectual class that the less intellectual people are extremely jealous of, and they like to bash all the time and blame all their worldly woes.
QFX says.
QFX.
And now you stopped. Look who stepped into my steps.
You're retarded.
QFX says. That's a compliment in my ears.
This thumb has been the bane of my existence for today. That is generalized along here.
QFX says. They should come up with new games, kinda dry ATM.
What Blizzard should? Yeah, I would agree with that. But they can't do it. What are they gonna do? They're woke. They don't come up with anything now. They just ruin what they have. That's what they've been doing. All right, I'm not gonna go off on this at this point.
QFX says.
Power friendship
NA
bullshit.
everyone but Blizzard.
Yeah.
Sheer Curry says. Too late to correct that thumb.
Why did you have to say that? Because now I have to prove you wrong.
Futury Oil Painter says. Clocking out, gonna sit for 30 minutes.
All right, man, you do your
Windy
thing.
City 1828 says. What's wrong with the thumb? Sheer Curry says. Don't.
Too late.
QFX says. Bet you can't draw it with a burrito in Tehandathy stage. Sheer Curry says. Buy but for chair. Sheer Curry says. No. QFX says. Is he bit in? Futury Oil Painter says. I'm still here, just not working anymore. Sheer Curry says. LMAO, you were working this entire time.
It's funny. He updates us on things that he thinks that we're on the same page with, and then we realize that
Future oil painter
working.
says. Yep. QFX says. Never too late to correct that toe. Future oil painter says. Was preparing a technical manual while telling you guys my funny jokes. Future oil painter says. Later on I'll be barguing it up. QFX says. That was some serious rage erasing.
It's not rage. What are you talking about, rage erasing? It's not as hard as you think.
Future
I
oil
just
painter
need
says.
to get it
Look,
correct.
you erased your thumb.
Yeah. I got a plan though.
QFX says. Never too late to get it right.
Exactly.
QFX says. Especially 6 years deep into the FAA program.
Getting heckled while trying to do art. Signed up for this.
Windy City 1828 says. I can't see what's wrong with the thumb.
It was too short, and there's other proportions that were also off that I'm fixing all at once.
Future oil painter says. Correction, Florence Boys Academy.
The Florence Academy for boys.
QFX says. What do they say about short thumbs again?
I'm not answering that stupid ass
Cher Curry
question.
says. Didn't Jerry hackle back in one episode of Senfield and the lady cried or something? QFX says. Who's Jerry? Cher Curry says. Jerry Senfield.
Seinfeld.
Cher Curry says. The main character.
Yeah.
QFX says. Isn't that dude a dick? Future oil painter says. Look, surprises you didn't meet a bambina in Florence. Cher Curry says. Seinfeld LMAO.
Bombina? Well, I had a girlfriend for a time over there. It's Italian.
Future Oil
It's
Painter
honestly too
says,
good for me at the time,
we're the father's
I
shining
think.
shotguns. QFX says, peaked with Italy GF.
Peaked with Italy. The Italy GF, yeah.
Future Oil Painter says, look, you had a real GF? OMG. Beark108 says, today I've seen prototype of new watercolor canvas, curious how that's gonna work. Future Oil Painter says, like as in not made of plastic? Cher Curry says, maybe if you would go to a museum by yourself you would meet a lady.
Maybe.
QFX says, he likes spending his nights with Zerks. Cher Curry says, or man.
No, Shikari. I'm not freaking gay. Only date super hot chicks.
Windy City 1828 says, I'm guessing Luke doesn't need to look for a lady, they be chasing him. QFX says,
Exactly, thank you.
he could meet you then.
If I ever got out, that would be true in Windy City.
Future Oil Painter says, after a lady falls for your trap, you guys get home and Lewis tears away the Conan O'Brien tore away suit LOL. QFX says, I haven't been to a museum in like 20 years.
What are you talking about? You just went, didn't you?
QFX says, NA. Cher Curry says,
Shit.
what's wrong with all you guys?
I agree, Shikari. It is an issue.
Future Oil Painter says, just don't show any dates the painting Ol Moody or Charlene. Cher Curry says, you disgust me.
You disgust me. That. That's straight.
QFX says, if I want to see masterpieces I look at my fridge.
That's how low the bar is. That is literally the lowest
Future
bar
Oil
that I've
Painter
ever heard in my
says,
life.
I went to the Chicago Art Institute not long ago.
Did you? No way.
QFX says, still higher than yours. Cher Curry says, but 4chair is the only one with any sense.
Probably correct. You are probably correct.
Future Oil Painter says, but, going downtown is kinda risky, lots of holes there. QFX says, I'd go to the Louvre if it was next door. Future Oil Painter says, ad attack. Cher Curry says, I want to go to the Beaux-Art thing. QFX says, someone has to. Future Oil Painter
Curry, where is
says,
that?
QFX, you were gonna go see Rembrandt, remember? QFX says, I got plenty Rembrandt at home. Cher Curry says, France.
France.
They have many sergeants, I think.
Dude, I wish I was over there.
Windy City 1828 says, I was watching some crime show today based in Chicago, a place called Munster was mentioned, I think.
It's called Munster.
Future Oil Painter says,
Huh.
Beaux-Arts Academy for Boys still exists.
Pronounce blah. French pronunciation blah.
QFX says, we actually got a big collection of Rembrandts in Kassel, which is like 2 hours away for me.
No way. Dude, go.
Cher Curry says, did Germans steal those in WW2? QFX says, oh shit.
I love that you brought that up. Did Germans steal that in World War II? I mean, it's a legit question, too. Was that A Few Good Men? John Goodman?
We stole a load of shit XD.
Yeah, it was nuts. I mean,
Cher
no
Curry
German
says,
alive can.
we are still bitter. Berk 108 says, from Juice.
Oh man, I'm still bitter. That is funny. That is
QFX
really
says, I noticed. Future Oil Painter says, I think they still haven't found a bunch of masked works.
Wow.
Cher Curry says, do Germans know we have a name for them from WW2 we still use?
What is it?
QFX says, what's the name? Cher Curry says, Mofen. Berk 108 says, last time someone stole from Juice. QFX says, what does that mean? Sheer Curry says. I don't even know.
I think you do know.
QFX says. Interesting.
Interesting. That's what you got. Interest. Interest. Fascinating.
QFX says. What else am I supposed to say XD?
I don't know.
Sheer Curry says. Very German response. Berk108 says. Next time do the job properly LOL. QFX says. Damn. QFX says. I heard modern art was banned back then. Sheer Curry says. I don't know what Bear is referring to, but I agree. QFX says. Which wasn't the worst thing. Sheer Curry
Banned
says.
back then. Okay.
QFX, do you really want to agree with Hitler? QFX says. Do you like modern art, XD? Sheer Curry says. Some. QFX says. Right, you are Dutch. Windy City 1828 says. Look, it's nearly midnight here, so I'm off up the apples and pears, stairs to bed.
Oh.
Good
All
night,
right,
I'll
Windy
catch you
City.
again.
Hey, thanks for being here. Take care. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. I'll see ya.
QFX says. Some is okay if it's still based on the academic style with modern elements for backgrounds. Windy City 1828 says. Thank you, good night.
Good night.
Sheer Curry says. Up the apples in pears sounds funny. Sheer Curry says. I like some Picasso.
Oh, Shakuri, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
QFX says. That doesn't surprise me. Sheer Curry says. That fish one.
Fish one.
QFX says. Sounds like you want to do a fish. Sheer Curry says. What about his plus period? Sheer
like
Curry says. Blue. QFX says. First time we agree on anything Mr. Guidetti.
Yeah.
QFX says. LMAO he didn't even notice cause it sounds so similar.
Huh? What? What are you talking about? I'm
Sheer
paying
Curry
attention.
says. LMO. Sheer Curry says. He said Guidetti.
You bitch. Wrong. You're wrong.
QFX says.
Okay?
XD.
He didn't even notice. I'm not. Look. You lock in and then you vibe. All right? I locked in and now I'm vibing. Okay?
King
That's
of
what we do.
Waslev
It.
says,
Got to lock in first and then you vibe.
I used to like
You
Picasso,
can't vibe.
but
You
then
can
I dared
vibe.
myself to
You have
start
to lock
liking
in.
good art. Sheer Curry says. Sounds like Guidetti. QFX says. Damn right it does.
It's like, the thing is, y'all know how hard drawing and painting is. Now, try to have, at the same time you're doing it, people goading you at the same time. They're just prodding at you. Under attack. At all times. My good name. My good name. Oh my gosh. And how many times I've drawn this thumb that is allegedly mine? Have I given
QFX
up yet?
says, oh,
Not
yeah,
visibly.
Good name you got. Future Oil
Damn
Painter
good name.
says. Boobies what?
And I've been doing this without hitting this. Y'all know how hard that is? Modifying my freaking drawing stance to accommodate that masterpiece down low, which I'll probably figure out is totally wrong, just like I did with this. I honestly got on here thinking I'm just going to fill the background in. I've redone the hand. So I saw all this stuff that needed to be changed. It'll be a great video. Well, you know, Curry, hopefully this helps you. You want hands.
QFX
This is the
says,
process for it. This is how
I've
you
never
learn.
needed to change a painting.
You never think you need to change a painting, and then you show
Sheer
people
Curry
and it looks
says,
like a freaking...
You should cover it with paper sith tape.
Paper
Sheer
sith tape?
Curry says,
With tape?
with.
Cover it with paper with tape. Wait. Cover it with paper tape cover. Should cover the paper.
Sheer
with
Curry
tape.
says.
The bottom drawing.
The bottom drawing.
Fuck!
Sheer Curry says.
You're right.
So your hand doesn't smudge it?
I know, okay? Now I know. But I've come too far. All right? I've come too far. I totally thought about that
Sheer Curry
before.
says,
it's not that I didn't know.
Tape a piece of paper over the bottom drawing.
I know what you're saying. I know. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it.
QFX says. I look how thick that arm is on the drawing.
To be honest with you, I think I screwed this up.
QFX says. Oh, you noticed? QFX says. That's a good start. King of Was left says. The master has become the student. QFX says. Is your ice block on 9 so you need to stretch your pinky like that for it?
Hey, man. That's how I don't do much drawing is what I do. You add the shadow and it changes how everything looks.
King of Was left says. I meant to ask. In Warcraft are there races still locked behind reputation or they all now just sort of available?
They're available, you just have to do a
says,
starting quest for them or something.
You don't
it doesn't
like
take
compromises.
long. You can unlock it pretty fast. You don't need to have like... Yeah. There's like a short achievement you have to get for each one, which is easy. You can probably unlock one in like an hour, so...
QFX says. Bet you don't need a quest for Vulpera.
Huh? Bet you don't need a quest for Vulpera. Yeah, they give you that for free because they want everybody to be freaking furry in that game now. Probably. Freaking gay.
QFX says. It's the best class.
Volpera is
QFX says.
Volpera.
Race. QFX says. Teabagging people with the tail and shit.
Best
King
teabag
of
intermission
Waslap
is a
says,
druid.
I'm still
Therefore.
waiting on Centaurs since vanilla. Still nothing.
Centaurs. Oh man, that'd be cool. I think Ogre would be cool too, man. People have been asking for that for a long time.
QFX says. Do you like Haranir or whatever Tay new race is called?
No.
QFX says. Is there any use for PvP?
I do not know that. Don't know that. Right now, what's very good is Night Elf because they have an extra that Shadow Meld and it gets them out of a lot of like an aim shot. It can get them out of my ray. I mean, dropping combat's huge right now. I think Dark Iron Dwarf is very strong. Dry Knife sucks.
King of Wasleft says.
Does.
Ogre would be dope.
Yeah, it would be. There's
QFX
like a-
says. Nightolf was always super good, especially for stealth classes. Beark108 says. New race? What are you up to in Germany?
Oh.
QFX says. Get a free opener for Rogue or Feral.
Well, Night Elf is just so damn good because you can, if the other team's not paying attention, you can Shadow Meld. They wait until they, like you can't find them in the opener half the time. Or if it's like a mage, you can go invis and then just invis into your Shadow Meld and they have no idea where you are. Probably not great higher level, but lower level it's pretty solid.
QFX says. Think all the rogues switched to combat since they buffed some attack by 200%. Low 200% just crazy. QFX says. Or Assass, no clue. King of Wasleft says.
I don't know.
Naga
Man.
would be cool too.
Naga would be cool. Like Naga. Ogres, it's crazy you can't be them because in the original game, you could be like 1 and 2 before the MMO. Like ogres were a thing. Like, so I don't know why you can't. I wonder if it has to do with their size or something.
QFX says. Loda shit would have been cool, but they kinda didn't do shit for 13 years.
Yeah, they didn't. They sat on it.
QFX says, at least for a billion-dollar company it's just weird.
Well, they said they were managing a decline. That's what they thought. And whoever thought that way should have been fired there on the spot, man. You know, like, how is that? If you're always, if that's your expectation, you're gonna have failure. Like, you never give up like that. Those unreal. I'm telling you, the problem is they're in freaking
King of Was
California.
Left says, it's crazy because if you combine Drania and Panda you have the ogre build.
If you Draenei and Panda, I guess. You're talking. Yeah, I mean.
QFX says,
Ogres are
Blizz
big,
fucking
though.
up then they say oh it's in decline, well I wonder why it is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? I mean, it's like, if you say you suck, which I've done, you do. That's why I know. You don't do that.
Sheer Curry says, it's funny the rest of America hates California.
California, people are getting tired of California's shit. I think. And there are a lot of good people in California. I'm just saying, that's the problem. The state is so big that a lot of people don't have voices anymore.
California AAAAA.
California. They just do stupid shit, and I'm tired of it.
QFX says, don't they all hate states of the opposite wing?
Who? In America? We're very polarized right now. It's not good.
The game needs trade-offs again. Part of the problem is they want to make everyone happy and give them everything all at once. Used to be you would trade something for something else.
Do you have an example of that? Because I think I agree with you. Yeah, it's not good to be divided like we are. It's really bad. Really bad. But I mean, I don't know what the solution is. It's gotten like so freaking insane.
I liked Arizona and Colorado.
Yeah. There are a lot of good people over in, like, there are a lot of people with their heads on straight in California. It's just like, just the state as a whole is, I think there's a lot of illegal immigration there too.
Sheer Curry says,
and they're allowed to vote and do all sorts of stuff. Thank you, Shikari. So it's kind of nuts right now. It's really nuts over there. But I'm glad I'm on the opposite side of the country from them. But then we have New York, which is right above me. And they're right next to them.
Oil Painter says, hands looking good.
Beark108
says, but it's 30 years ago LOL.
There we go, that's coming along.
QFX says,
fixing proportions.
They could have used Curry in WW2.
Curry
says,
insane.
It's like that everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think it'll stop at some point, but you just gotta. whatever.
QFX says. No saving that one.
What do you mean no
King
saving?
of Was left says.
I had a lot of
A
corrections.
fictional example. Centaurs as a race would have been limited with flying mounts, and that sucks, but the trade-off is you get 100x run speed 24/7.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, and so you're saying that that class homogenization too, like, wasn't good, where everybody got everything, and they kind of flip-flop back and forth between the two. But yeah, that's a good example. I'd be for that, man. That'd be cool if like, yeah, they had like really fast running speed or something.
QFX says. We're gonna have some move speed shenanigans in wolf form.
Yeah. Well, the drag theory, those the big gay dragons can like jump up in the air and fly, which is that looks pretty cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that looks cool. Guys, I honestly should have been home an hour ago to feed my dad, and I have to go home and feed him. This is actually bad. But we got a lot of work done. Y'all are awesome. I got to go. Sorry I got to end the stream so fast, but I did not think I'd be working this long on this thing. But hopefully it was educational. This is how it is with drawings. Brief rundown.
Says.
Putting the values in made me see the proportions that were off. And that's why you build it up and check the proportions out and all that stuff.
Beark108 says.
Yeah.
Ciao.
So anyway, that's how we go about fixing this stuff. You guys are awesome. I'll stream again this week. I'll see you.
Sheer Curry says. You wanted to correct it, weirdo. Louis Guidetti says. Yeth. King of Was left says. Yeah, like rogues used to do shit damage if they were sub. You needed to be assassination. Now